Now has informed Congress that a, quote, potential jurisdictional issue may prevent him from investigating whistleblower complaints alleging a cover-up in the Hunter Biden criminal probe. So is the DOJ limiting its own inspector general from fully investigating what are serious allegations of preferential treatment for Hunter Biden? And meanwhile, after laughing off the Hunter disaster for years, Democrats are now becoming somewhat distraught, at least behind closed doors. Anyway, here with reaction is Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. I hear a big debate in your state tomorrow, Senator. I'm not sure if you're going to be there or not.
Oh, no, I'm definitely going to be attending. Hopefully we'll hear some pretty good proposals from Republican presidential primary candidates.
I think people really watch to see who's going to be fighting who. I'm just guessing, though. Look, you and Senator Grassley have done phenomenal work on this, as has Jim Jordan and James Comer. Here's the question. Do you see any jurisdictional conflicts for Michael Horowitz? Because I really don't quite get it.
No, I would really be interested in knowing what he's claiming. As I've stated in the past, Sean, federal law enforcement and federal agencies in general have done a great job at insulating themselves from congressional oversight and public scrutiny. I'd even argue from the management of a Republican president. So these folks are the law. They view themselves as above the law. And I've got to give a huge shout out to John Solomon for continuing to piece together these pieces of the puzzle to give us a clearer view, through his sources, through FOIA requests, that type of thing. It's great to go back there. Something else we ought to note is, State Department was singing Shokin's praises in June, in the summer of 2015. Then Ambassador Pyatt gave a speech where he basically nudged Shokin to start investigating Barisma, and Shokin did. And so it was that aggressive, investigation into Barisma that panicked Hunter Biden, and then really, I think, caused the turnaround in Joe Biden's attitude toward Shokin and the $1 billion loan guarantee. Again, totally responsive to what Hunter's concerns were, because Hunter's making millions of dollars being on that board.
What do you make of the overall overarching issue involving President Joe Biden? Because he said he'd never spoken to his son, brother, or anybody for that matter. Then it evolved into, well, I was never in business with him. Now we know from Devin Archer that he was phoning into meetings with foreign business partners, then meeting with some of these oligarchs, massive amounts of money going to Hunter. He has no experience and energy. Then we have the WhatsApp message, I'm sitting here with my father. Then we have the whole leveraging $1 billion taxpayer dollars so Hunter can continue to get paid to get the prosecutor fired, which we now know from John Solomon was against U.S. policy at the time. Do you think we're looking at Joe Biden and a bribery and money laundering scandal? Is that how far you see it going?
Well, first of all, we know that Joe Biden is a liar ever since he plagiarized a British politician back in the earlier presidential campaign. We know that he talked to Hunter about his overseas business deals. Senator Grassley and I revealed that on a report. So Joe Biden is a proven liar. His corruption is obvious. The corruption of his family is obvious. The conflict of interest in Ukraine and in Barisma is obvious. It's just not obvious to the media. It probably is. I don't know how much more evidence is going to be required. But again, because of the good work of Jordan and Comer and Solomon and what the foundation of the Grassley and I laid down, we're starting to piece together that evidence, and it's going to, at some point in time, become so obvious even the corrupt and complicit media will have to admit it and start reporting on it. Honestly, that hasn't happened yet.
Let's see.